right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. Please write it down. Take a moment and go get a tablet and pen. We're going to have fun, but you're going to listen and learn, and I'm going to change your life. Is that okay? I'd like to change it for every one of you, please. And at the top of your piece of paper, write down today's date. Then write down neverbringthepainhome.com. You see, the problem with most people is they bring the pain home. Why? Because they don't know any better. So what we get to do today is pay attention. Now let's understand, this is live. I'm also going to get some calls too. So the bottom line is no pictures, no recording. Write it down and get it here. That's the ultimate goal. So let's think about you. Write down on the piece of paper, you. Could you imagine? All right, you could have been a millionaire corporation a long time ago. But the reality is you kind of messed up too. All right, maybe you did that CPN thing that doesn't work. Maybe you did that credit repair thing that didn't work too. Or a bunch of trade lines. That's called, sorry, I'm going to call it crap. Don't be offended. I'm going to tell you the truth today. Can you draw the diagram in front of you, a corporation, 3 divisions? I want you to basically become a corporate millionaire. I want it to be done this year. So there's only 1,000 steps to do. I wrote the rules to how to do that too. So let's understand something today. Every program I always do for you, or any one of you, I give you 100% to 10 times your money through as bonus cash credit to you or the corporation. That's the goal. My journey started the day I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She didn't want me. I got to be at the Hope family too. Now your journey today can begin with me. Is that okay? So let's understand, we're going to give you some rules and tools to play by. So remember, Mrs. Hope, she put me in the trash can behind the grocery store every morning to feed me. Then she dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, she used to always say one thing to me when she left: you better be here at 5 o'clock or I'm leaving you there to die. I got to steal and beg. I got to eat out of a trash can too. That kind of sucks. But I started my first little business as a kid, selling seeds, clackers, and mowing yards. Now, I believe most of the people on social media, are full of blah, blah, blah. See, I want to show you the truth. It's simple. Take today's date and basically project 90 working days. I can repackage anybody at about average of 90 working days. I can show you the mansions. I can show you the yachts. I can show you the big buildings and the Lamborghinis too. But they're actually under the corporation that I control. Not all that blah, blah, blah you see on social media today. Now, people are calling today 800-536-3612. They get to talk to me. Isn't that kind of fun? So if you want to call, you can call right away. 800-536-3216. Now, the bottom line is I'm going to answer your questions. So what do we get to do? Time. Ever since I was 2.5 years old, I wake up at 2:25. That's me. I can't sleep past that. I didn't know in 2009 I was going to die, all right, and be in a coma, but I was. But I got to come back and help you. What happened to me is simple. July 4th, 2009, with billions of dollars, took people out of the corporate yacht in the backyard. Next day, I'm in a coma. Swine flu pneumonia. Pandemic 9 kills me. But I got a choice to come back or stay in peace. This information is a gift from God He gave me to give you. Are you going to pay attention today? Ultimate goal is simple. So let's talk about getting past go. I can show you the Lamborghinis, the Duffys. I can show you the mansions. I can show you that I'm the guy that broke the record in 1981 for the highest kick on the planet. You see what made you jump? Just stupid people say we don't. Next thing from there, I can show you the U-Dog, the red spots in the backyard, the helicopter. I can show you the yachts and the Ferraris too. Write down Ray's rules today. I'm going to show you how I got to million to billionaire. You ready to play with me? I don't want you bringing the pen home ever again. Credit repair? Come on. Federal Trade Commission tells you it's fraud right to your face. They tell you have to rebuild your credit. They're not allowed to collect money up front, but they do it all the time. But that's up to you if you want to be ripped off for a couple years. 25 steps today. Write them down. Step number 1. I want you to go to neverbringthepainhome.com and get your credit reports for free. Simple. Give me the report numbers right away, and that's step number 1 again. Now, I'd like you to pull out your Social Security card. Can you do it for me now, please? I want you to read it. I want you to go back to basics. We were told to get an SSN Social Security card as kids to get the job. We listened. We did that like a bunch of sheep. And then we did a 1040 tax return. Tax, and probate too. Now, I want you to think, because that's number 2. Basically, I want you to understand, look at the card and read it. It'll say, don't laminate, don't use for any purposes, and it's not even yours. It's property assessment straight, not you. Now, remember, when you got that first paycheck when you were a kid, because you got that SSN, you planned all those bills to pay. When you got the check, you went, what happened to my check? They get their cut before you get the leftover. That's the game. You filed your 1040 tax return, all right, and you're a duck. Quack, quack, quack. We're all ducks, if that's the only game we play. But the IRS gives us another game to play, too. The one that the rich and famous people play every day. Statement of guarantee. I'm going to guarantee you what I say I'm going to do, or your money back 100%. But that means you have to follow through, too. The guarantee's in red ink. It's very simple. It stands out, too. So removing bad credit is very simple. All right, you go back to the creditor, not the credit bureau as much. We have 12 acts to look at. Now, if you have an account that hits your credit report all the time, you might have to negotiate a debt or two. You might even have to take in on small claims like I did. So you got the ability to listen and learn. Let me rebuild your credit right away. About 90 working days, step number 3. Now, I have to tell you about Ken Yarborough, security chief at TUW in Experian. I trained him years ago. Then I got to talk about Harold Stokes, my mentor, one of my professors years ago too. You see, I came up rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. All right, then I also came up with rapid rescore. So let's look at rapid refresh right now. Let's understand. I can put anybody in my system and push up your score 40 to 200 points. She got 157 points in 45 days. And that's what I can do probably for you if you allow me to. Now here's an example. 651 to a 791 and a 772. Less than 90 days. Here's a person who filed a bankruptcy. And I got him an unsecured credit card right away to rebuild him again. This time you learn how to play not to bring the pain home. Next thing is very simple. This guy's late on his car payment. 11 collection accounts, I still give him $3,000 right away. So your goal is to learn how I'm going to get you a 750 score and guarantee it too. But again, all you got to do is follow through. Now, credit rebuilding, rapid score by itself is $998. But on a broadcast, I give half price. I allow you to go to classes on Saturday too, or on Wednesday. Let's understand, I'm online 6 days a week. All right, I'm online literally on Saturday, 8 classes. The credit hour, Ray Reynolds, can I help you? Okay, so you're part of a credit repair company now. Do you own it? Oh, you're a customer. Okay, and you want to know if my program can help you while you're working with them. Can I ask you a couple questions? How long have you been in their system? Customer. You've been a customer for about 2 years. Okay. How much are you paying? Oh, it's monthly. Okay. You pay $142 a month for 2 years. Now, don't take it personally, but that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Don't be offended. I'm just going to tell you the truth. To rebuild someone's credit, it takes 90 working days, no more than 6 months, 180 days. You have just wasted literally $4,000. Okay, and you still have a score of what? You have a 601. Congratulations. Call the Federal Trade Commission or go online and file a complaint. They collected money up front. That's fraud. Call your bank and reverse the charges. And will my program rebuild you? Guaranteed. All right, thank you for calling. So, half price workshops during Saturday, all through the day. So, rebuilding your credit, here's what I'm going to do on top of that. I'm going to give you a $1,000 cash card. That's what I'm going to give you. And I'm going to charge you $499. The cash card is a bonus. 750 score. This is a broadcast price during the webinar if you did it now. If you want the bonus cash card. If you don't do it now, you don't get the bonus cash credit at all. And they might charge you the higher price on the sales team. Take a picture of Zelle. It's very simple. Zelle, I'm the recipient. Okay? Ray@rayscredit.com is basically the email you use, not a phone number. So, Billy, I love Billy. In the beginning, he says, I don't have any money, I'm homeless. All right, but if I give you referrals, will you help me? I said, for every referral, I'll give you 10%. Billy right now has over $1 million of credit, personal business, and averages about $2,000 that I Zelle him every week to his corporation. Okay? but he's not homeless anymore. So if you want to get referral money, we pay 10%. It's simple. Now, I need you to call a phone number. I want you to understand, half of you have a corporation before you met me. That means you used your home address. The officers list their information on their articles, too. I had one earlier today say, I didn't use it, I have a registered agent. Registered agent is a process of service. You still use your home address. That's how you get all the junk mail. You see, the reason you get all these robocalls, you did it to yourself. You're on the national mailing list. Why don't you call 888-567-8688. Opt out for about 5 years, please. See, I want you to change your life. Step number 4. I want to rebuild every one of you. Plan the problem. Here's the problem. Like one of the gentlemen I got off the phone before I took on to do this right now. He says, I've been ripped off by 3 companies trying to do credit repair. I go, we don't do it, we rebuild. I've been ripped off a corporation client, and I had a business, and I failed and brought the pain home. I said, the problem is you have to realize you have to plan the problem. So, and I asked him, probably your friend, family member took something away and knocked you down too. He said, yes. You see, I want you to focus today. I want you to write down the word safety credit. Write it down. I want you to pull out any cards you have that are good out of your personal wallet today, now. I want to stick you in the back of the car. The limit, what's basically 29%. I want you to learn the discipline to control your score from not going down ever again. Now, line of defense is pretty simple. In your city today, no matter where you live, you've watched Wells Fargo Bank bankrupt locations, Chase, B of A, and grocery stores. See, that's called the line of defense. They bankrupt pieces and wrote off on their taxes. You brought the pain home and didn't know how to play. Now, remember, all dashboards will say 0 to 29%. Why? When I trained Yarborough years ago, he was security chief at TOW in Hesperian. This is what we talked about doing anyway. 30% is yellow, 50% in the red. Your choice is to listen, learn, get the discipline, put a sticky behind your card, and stop bringing the pain home. Step number 5. What happens when most people lose their job or have an emergency, they do the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their credit in 42 days. You brought the pain home. You used your personal credit to even try a business, and you didn't have safety credit now. You won't learn what it is until I teach it to you. But I want to repackage every one of you. Let's pretend today you needed $5,000 now. Ask your friends, family, the bank, they're all going to say no. The average person wastes $50 every other day. Probably you too. This $5,000 card in my hand is $50 a month. So a safety credit card for $5,000 would have saved your assets when you needed to too. Now remember, they say the average person wastes 140 hours a week. $50,000 cards. I don't want to jack them up, but if I did, the payment is $6, $12, $26, what the average person wastes in a given month. That's 2 pizzas in a restaurant, even during a pandemic. So, step number 6, please stop bringing the pain home. Please learn how to play. But again, it's going to be you reaching your dream, reaching your goal. Me, it's simple. I believe in God and I believe in me. When I used to kick the basketball hoop, when they say it's not possible, that's nice. All right, the YMCA there, I kicked out the lights too. The Guinness Book of Records guy kind of pissed me off that night. He asked, where's the wires? Then he realized it's an aluminum building. So let's understand something. White men do jump. I hold the world record. Only stupid people say we don't. So you better understand, I reach all my goals. It's about time you do the same thing too. Ultimate goal, see it, believe it, go get it. Now let's remember, Nixon took the gold standard out. What does that mean for you? Let's understand what that means. Write down Ray's rules again. Write them down now. I want you to write down Ray's rules for a reason. I want you to follow through and understand. So if you had $100,000 of safety credit, 2 cards, we don't want to jack them up. I would tell you use 29%. I would say that gives you $71,000 of safety credit in case blankets, a fan, lost your job, or pandemic. The problem with most of you, probably all of you, you took your personal money, literally in credit, to roll dice for a business, and you brought the pain home, and then you got stuck. The reality is Ray's rule, step number 7, don't you ever do that again. It's simple. Now we're going to talk about your sad story, the little violin that nobody cares about. My first coma, I was 5.5 years old. I hit the face on the curb, my face, Delane Street in Torrance. Okay? So let's understand something. I was told I was never going to walk. Voice said inside, get up. I got up. So your choice is to understand, Google that address. That's where I park the race boats and the yachts in the backyard. Where do you park yours? Simple. The truth. It'll set you free. So the ultimate goal, what did I get to do? Walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks after my coma. But then I put my score back to an 820. I have 5 closet divisions and I have 3 divisions of me. I'm always ready to go get more credit. Why? It's free damn money. Come on. Corporate credit's free money right off the interest rate and the credit card. And you didn't have any? No wonder you didn't learn to play like rich and famous people do. I'm the one who trains them. It's about time I train you. Simple. The millionaire status, win the lottery, inherit the money, get a raise. Good luck with all that. I can build you faster than that, and we don't bring the pain home. Now I want you to focus what's in front of you right now. This defines a corporation as a legal person. It's right in your face. I learned this at 7.5 years old. You see, as I'm being used and abused by Mrs. Hope, as she brags about all those famous people going to help the kids, I'm the one she used and abused all the time. It sucked. When they had their silly poker game on a Wednesday night every week, I used to write my little notes in the corner. They said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. They told me I'm weird. I went down to the Torrance Police Department the next day, riding my bicycle. See, next door is a library. I walked in and said, man, what does this mean? She was up. Not very nice. I was just calling her B, because she was a real B. I said, she goes, this is my favorite book. I'm 7.5, and I asked a question to the librarian, and she treated me like I was a piece of you-know-what, too. I read the book. Then I got pissed off. You see, all I was looking for is the blueprint. Well, you've been looking for all your life. Good luck with that. When I was a kid, the grown-ups said, money for a rainy day. And then they said, don't put your eggs in a little basket. I asked them how. When I was a kid, I really thought the grown-ups were stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. So let's understand the truth. Okay? By the time I'm 9.5 years old, okay, this is not legal advice. I went to set up a money order because I went to the library almost every day. I wrote the blueprint. I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries at 9.5. I went worldwide, got 100,000 in the mail. I even got named in the movie Dave. You ready to play? You see, bottom line is very truth. I invented the electric skateboard at 9, the car finder, 12 years old, and I used to get $2.20 for every damn low jack ever sold. You got to understand how to play. And the surfboard behind the boat, I'm the one who did the first one too. I got no excuses, but neither do you. Credit hour, Ray Reynolds, how can I help you? I'm blunt. Well, that's good. All right, what do you want, a bunch of BS? Okay, you can call any ding-dong for that. Why don't you hire an attorney? All right, I mean, every attorney should be friggin' sued. Okay, you got a court, you spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper that's free, and they didn't teach you how to play the game? So I'm going to be blunt because I got to wake you up and kind of shut you up and just do what I want you to do. I want you to be the corporate millionaire. You don't want to play? That's up to you. Not everybody likes me. Heck, nobody likes you. Oh, you like me. Okay, you just want to say I'm blunt. All right, continue watching. Thank you. BS is BS. Bull stuff, okay? We get one SSN. That's what we're entitled to. That's an SSN, a 1040 tax return. A corporation gets an 1120. That's an SS4. But then every division, because I wrote the rules in 1985, gets divisions and tax IDs. Divisions are simple, all right? All my donut chains, all my cleaning companies, satellite stores, and more, okay? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Every, basically, mailbox, etc., because I sold it to Federal Express. All right, who do you think set it up? Donald Duck? You got to realize how to play. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. You drive through McDonald's today, it says operated and owned by someone else, too. These are called subsidiaries. I want to get you to do divisions. Tenants? Heck, I had $841 million of real estate for my coma. I'm playing with about $3 billion under corporate structure right now for the hell of it. It's not mine. But I'm not going to bring the pain home like you. Corporations are allowed cash credit. This is free money. I don't understand people. Why would they steal it from their family? Free money is simple, all right? Corporate credit's a write-off interest rate. You just maintain the payment. It's faster to build $1 million of credit than it is to make it. But then every division get its own credit report. Isn't that fun? You get more of you. You were one SSN, that makes you a duck. No wonder you got screwed up. 9 out of 10 people are screwed up. So let's stand in the middle of the street and go, yay! SSN, tax, tax, tax. SS4 tax when you're profitable. Can you imagine how many ding-dongs, I don't want to pay tax. Under a corporation, you don't have to pay tax unless you're profitable. Why do you think they buy yachts, race boats, and big mansions? Now, I didn't make this up. This is IRS public record. I'll just teach you how to play the game. And by the way, I'm the guy that wrote Winning the Game of Business 44 years ago. That belongs to me. God's delays are not God's denials. Faith and persistence. Don't ever give up. It's simple. Now let's pretend today you're really listening real good with these. And I'm going to write you a check for $1 million. You're going to go, I'm going to be rich. Sorry. When reality sets in, you get to key 375. You're not rich. But if you would have put it in a corporation, which is allowed not to pay tax or makes a profit, then you have a pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance, policy company, car, and nothing more. SS4 is your opportunity to build and win the game. But that's up to you. Step number 8, by the way. So if we want to play, don't we want to win? You see, you got a choice today. Now, I don't want you to be like Mary. Mary broke my heart. She's like what happens in these people that walk around the office around here. These attorneys that are taking $5,000 for a corporation and teaching them daily squat. Mary's beautiful. Beautiful person. Ivy League education, working for Apple VP, $250,000 a year. She's doing great. Yay! She starts her restaurant. She gives us the attorney $10,000 retainer. That's what he wants. She look at the lease for the building, and then she hires a CPA, gives him $10,000 too to look at the books that she makes the money. They sit there like a bunch of dummies going, because that's what they do. It's about time they teach people what they need to know versus just taking their money. I think every attorney should be sued who sells corporations. Corporations, by the way, are free in all 50 states, period. I've been giving away articles for free for 44 years. So then you come to me and I'll teach you to play. Mary's problem is, all right, when she used her $98,000 of personal credit, dropped her score to under 500, she had an 800 plus. She called her CPA and attorney and asked what happened to me. They went, in other words, a bunch of dummies. What Mary should have done is made that restaurant a division of a corporation. She didn't do that. The corporation filed bankruptcy. She filed bankruptcy personally. She lost her home and her husband divorced her 11 months ago. What I told her is all you have to do is be a CFO. She started telling me her sad story. I said, stop. You're feeling like you want to give up. This is BS. Stop it. Okay? We're going to see it, but we can go get it. So I've been pushing her up the hill again. All right? Now the husband wants to come back. She goes, I'm going to think about it. But I'm rebuilding her. All right? I'm going to rebuild every one of you because you need to learn how to play. Now, we can look at grocery stores and banks every day. In Sam's Club, what are they doing? It's called a branch number. It's called a tax ID and a subsidiary. You can start with the division in a tax ID, and you can do the same thing too if you want. One screws up, you go get another one again and again. Step number 9. There's no reason you bring the pain home. When I heard they were blaming Robert Sikron for Orange County's bankruptcy, and 11 cities filed bankruptcy, I went to the federal building the next day. I want to see behind the curtain. The United States of America Incorporated set up 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called cities. They're doing it and planning the problem right in your face, and you're not paying attention. Okay? Instead, you complain and feel sorry for yourself, and that stops today. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. In other words, they plan the problem. They can bankrupt the debts of a city and stay in business. You bring the pain home. No, that doesn't happen anymore. It's called divisions. You know, Apple files bankruptcy in 97 out of business. What did they actually do? Mr. Bill Gates wrote a check. Even though he got indicted 4 times for monopoly. It's a lawsuit in the government right there, indictment. But you know what he did? And this is the joke. He wrote a check on a line of credit for $150 million. Borrow money's not taxable. They allowed Apple to make the payment on their line of credit. He loaned them in the first place to save their assets, and there were trillions of dollars today. Isn't that fun? So you got to learn to play. I told you look at an SSN today and an SS4. I want you to look at the word bankruptcy and Google it right away when we're done. The problem is, I have no intent to defraud, neither do you. All right, the problem is, will you allow the pain to come home again? Would you look at it, it says SSN, SS4. I'm sorry, but bankruptcy, no for me, no for the court, for a division, maybe. I'm going to play like the grocery stores and the banks do in the cities. I'm not bringing the damn pain home. I never had to in the first place. Step number 10. Your choice is simple. One SSN, we're all a bunch of ducks, quack, quack. Tax ID is your ultimate chance to try. As long as we're trying, we're not dying. If not trying, we might as well be dead. But this is up to you. Applications, you're allowed only 6 inquiries every 180 days. My system is an affiliate. I get to do a peekaboo. Can't waste an inquiry for you. It's very simple. So the bottom line today is very what we want to do. If you have a corp, I'll build the one you got. If not, all right, as bonus, I'll basically build a new one for you. So let's remember the starter package for the beginners. Credit rebuilding, rapid score. Okay, that's good. Articles are free, also has tax ID, set up in level 1 for 90 days. I want you to go 90 days so you hear it again and again. It doesn't matter if it's every day or Wednesday or Saturday. I want to give you $10,000 of cash credit as a bonus for the heck of it. Why? Because the office charges $2,000. On the broadcast, I give you at half price of $9.99. So I give you 10 times your money back as a broadcast price. I mean, I popped 9 cards this morning. One was for $10,000. That was fun. I like that. But again, you got a choice to play. If you want that bonus cash credit, you have to Zelle during the webinar and the workshop and the credit hour with me. If not, you can just do without the bonus credits, okay? Millionaire in the making? This takes more work and more setup, but they get $25,000. Normally it's $5,000. Half price on a broadcast price is $24.99. Again, it's very simple. If you want that bonus cash credit, take a picture of Zelle. I'm the recipient, Ray Reynolds, that's me. Email address, rayracecredit.com. All right, Zelle during the webinar, you get the bonus credit. You wait till afterward? Nah. See, I've been known as the rich and famous incorporator for 44 years. Dear man, for Mr. Clinton. Dear man, for Mrs. Fishburne and her son, Lawrence. Dear man, for Mr. Arnold. All right, Kurt Cobain, Michael, God rest his soul, Kevin Costner, and on too. I've been teaching them. You want to play? Maybe I'll get you to pay attention too. Ultimate goal, I came with the prison program. See, people coming out of prison need a second chance. Here's Free Ray, Ricky Ross from my neighborhood. I got him golds and platinum cards. He can push up to a couple million. After 20 years in prison within 6 months. Fun. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 5 months, a multi-million-dollar dump truck business. See, you got to beat your dad to run your race. But you have to be part of the program. Step number 11, you might have to get out of your own way. The only thing to hold me back is you. Getting past go, not a problem to do. God's gift, okay. See, the race boats, they're sponsored by RayReynoldsUniversity.com. Shouldn't they be in your backyard or in the right? U-Dog? Simple. Have a helicopter, Lamborghini, building too. I got to get everybody to level 1 in setup so they can learn how to play. Now, I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years, a line around the hotel for me. It's pretty simple. So I wrote a book, The Millionaire's Founder's Kit, 12-book CDs. Used to charge $5,000 for it. Each book has basically a topic and a CD with me. Level 1, all right, foundation forms, the paper trail, the stock kit, the resolutions, and basically how to set it up, basically in goal setting too. And then on top of that, level 2. How do we set up the corporate credit reports? How do we do the applications correctly and manage multiple corporations? How about level 3? How about nonprofit 2? So the bottom line is on the webinar, you can get it for $999 and you get 10,000 bonus cash credit back to you. 10 times your investment. But it's a Zelle now. If you wait, okay, you don't get the bonus credit. Now, I want you to focus on something. I retired at 26, double billion, okay? I've been on a paycheck for 33 years. Even when I got in the coma, I rebuilt myself. All right? One of my clients was Robin. I loved Robin. He was great. Rebecca I met when she was on Mork and Mindy. When the DMV sold her driver's license for $10, that really pissed me off. Okay? You better understand. Okay? You're being sold by your credit companies. You're being sold by the state. You're being sold by your electric bill. That's why you have the Schaefer Act. Look it up. So I want your driver's license, say P.O. Box or mailing address. I want it now, today. I want you to look at Ray's rules. Never bring the pain home ever again. You can even look at the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. Your choice is to learn how to play step number 12. Ultimate goal, your car. What did you do? I don't have a car. I have to walk. No, I just use the car, the keys. You go to the dealership, they sweat you for 5 hours. You get 9 inquiries because you allow that to you. What I want you to do when they hand you the paper to write, you create it, and you fill it out, instead of going, bah, my sheep. Next to your signature, write down allows 1 inquiry, take a picture. If I give you more than one, you let me know. Why? Because I'll get you $25,000. You're entitled to 6 inquiries every 180 days. You just waste 9 on them because they sold you on a mailing list, and you allowed it to happen to you. Step number 13. Your choice is to listen, to learn. This company car, Fleet Price Tax ID Division. It'd show them personal credit reports. Why would it do that? And it's a complete write-off. Can you imagine your car, not only you're a duck, registered owner, and you can't write off half of it? A dilly squat. Your choice is simple. If you ever get in one of these bumpity bumps, don't worry. You got 44 attorneys on TV trying to say, let's sue everybody. I call them bloodsuckers. You got all those billboards too. When they sue you, they take everything you got. If the registered owner is a division of a corporation, they're probably going to get diddly squat. Why not? Plan the problem. Step 14. Your choice is simple. Properties into divisions. Separate liability and free your credit report. Your paycheck should be a write-off of your house. Break even. No rich and famous people pay tax. Why would they do that? They'd be kind of silly and dumb. That's why they're billionaires and trillionaires. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. Doesn't matter if they got their spaceship like this, guy, richest guy in the world. The next one's got a spaceship too, so does the next one. You got too much money, you just invent spaceships. Wow, beam me up, Scotty. See, they're doing exactly what they're entitled to do under the IRS, Internal Revenue Service Incorporated. Corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. So your goal is very simple. All right, you can call 800-536-3216. Ask me a question or two. I do specialty classes on Saturday as well at 2:30. Who do you know is online 6 days a week for 44 years live or in person? Besides me, nobody. So let's understand something today. I want to get you and your score to go up and away and do a rapid rescore. I want to basically rebuild your credit to a 750. Office is $9.98, the broadcast is $4.99, and you get a credit card for $1,000 as a bonus. From there, you Zelle, guaranteed in writing. But if it's not Zelle during the webinar and the broadcast, you don't get the bonus cash card. Because I told you now. That's step 15. Ultimate goal, not bring the pain home ever again. You see, here's Zelle. Best way to transfer money on the planet. Starter package, CFO, $750. Rebuild it. Articles are free. Also has tax ID set up in level 1. 90 days you get to play with me. A couple times a week too. $10,000 of bonus cash credit back to you. Normally $2,000. Broadcast price is $9.99. You get 10 times your money back as a bonus credit. But that's a broadcast price. During a webinar to get the bonus cash credit, it's called Zelle. Ray Reynolds, the credit hour. How can I help you? Can you get into the starter package and upgrade? All right, because of money. Well, the reality is you can always upgrade. Or you want to know if you can pay the difference. One of the sales reps will tell you they get you at 30 days. Me, I'm going to say no. Because when people ask about something, it's like the people that call, I want $1 million. They don't have a pot to, you know what? Okay, you got to start small and build it up. Okay, it's $100,000 for me to build up all that work for up to $1 million. So I would tell you no, but a salesperson, they're going to say yes, they'll work with you. All right, so again, I would just get the program you can afford. All right, thank you. So millionaire in the making, all the goodies, more work to be done. $25,000 of cash credit, only $5,000. Half price is $24.99. If it's your broadcast price and you Zelle to get that bonus cash credit, during the credit hour with me. There's the Zelle. Take a picture. It'll last longer. Run your life through a corporation or conjunction. You see, everybody complains about rich and famous people if they're incorporated. Then they don't learn to play the game. Step number 16. Now, here's the truth. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. This year when I bought this was like number 6 Lamborghini that year, for the fun of it, I was going to have to pay a couple $100,000 in tax. So I bought a Lamborghini instead. See, debt offsets taxes. Why do you think rich and famous people drive million-dollar cars, buy mansions and all the good stuff? If they don't spend and enjoy their money, they pay tax. Your paycheck, if you don't know, it's taxable income, is it not? Payment, gas, registration, insurance. This means you should be yelling no right now. Why do you drive a car, you're a registered owner, you can't ride out diddly squat? I don't understand. That's called silliness. Alright, I have the company cars. Boom, 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 boom. It kind of makes sense to me. Maybe it'll make sense to you. But again, that's step 17. Now I want you to go get an SS4 form. I want you to realize what you could have done since day one. You never had to bring the pain home in the first place. Line 10, I want you to look at this. It says banking and credit purposes. This allows literally all the corporate credit, line of credit, right, the insurance, the credit card. Isn't that free money as long as I maintain the payment? Why would I steal it from my family? That'd be kind of dumb, because all that does is bring the damn pain home. But this is the IRS public records right there in front of you. Step number 18, go to irs.gov, download a form called SS4, stop being a duck. Quack, quack, quack. Why would you be a duck? Because when they sue you, you got a duck. The United States of America Incorporated, they planned the problem. They set up 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called cities. They have bankrupt 11 cities, bankrupted debt and stayed in business. You filed bankruptcy, you brought the pain home. Sorry, you didn't know how to play. By the way, you are we the people. Did you know that? It's your constitutional right. Nixon takes the gold standard out. They print money 24/7. They write bad checks all the time. We're not allowed to, but they are. From there, since that day, every woman who delivers a baby at the hospital, it's federally mandated. The government has a clock online, how many are dying, how many are living, so they can balance the print money. It's the truth. Every mama who delivered a baby from that day is handed an SSN form. We got ours when we were teenagers to get a job. They got to keep printing money so the baby can't leave the hospital, federally mandated, unless mama signs the SSN form for the baby to bond the baby and print some more money. Baby can't go in the stroller or car seat and go home unless mama signs the SSN form. Okay, try it. They won't let you out of the hospital. See, they didn't call security too. So the bottom line is, when you buy a house, what did you do? Raise rules or escrow, close, homestead, trust. Well, your house is not in a trust. Well, if they sue you, they just take it away. When you die, it's stuck in a probate. Your family got diddly squat. Well, why not? You didn't plan the problem. When you fix up properties, I don't get it. You hire the contractor that hires a subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But you know why when they cut corners and they slip and fall? Because you didn't plan the problem. And guess what? When they sue you, they're going to take everything you got. Once you start planning the problem. So when they sue you, they get diddly squat. Why not? But again, I'd like you to look up irrevocable trust. But that's number 19. So today, we can learn to play. Now, I get people all the time, I want to pay tax, Ray. I want to do this. I want to do this. Like, how many ding-dongs did Delaware? How many ding-dongs did Nevada? Before my coma, all right, I was the largest red rate in the world. You incorporate in your own state. Because you can't circumvent your state because they're going to get mad at you. You have to pay tax. No, corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. You can't play legal peekaboo. It doesn't exist with the IRS. They're the bullies. They make all the rules and they lie. IRS.gov. Download a form called 656-433B. Get your butt back in the system. Get all that free money Mr. Biden's giving out. He's giving it out like it's popcorn. Would you like another one? All right, it's simple. Step 20. Now, if you're going to fix up properties and really man up or warm up to that, you need divisions to buy at wholesale price. So you save up to 70%. From there, your bill's not due for 30, 60, 90 days anyway. Escrow closed, they pay off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000. What are you going to do? Yes, Ray Reynolds, can I help you? It's the credit hour. Okay, so you have a business. Are you a corporation? No, you're an LLC. Okay. All right, so how can I help you? You have no cash credit. Well, that's the typical. Nobody in the plant seems to know how to do it besides me. We get hundreds of calls now. What them have cash credit? I don't understand, but that's just the way it is. And you want cash credit. How fast do you want cash credit? All right, but you don't want to use your social. Well, then I can't help you. Every application requires a CFO. So I have to rebuild you. I have no choice. So I get you cash credit. And by the way, an LLC is a corporation. You said the word no. It stands for Limited Liability Corporation. So, all right, watch the program. If you're not a qualified CFO, you're never getting cash credit. That's just the truth. All right, thank you. So, rates rules, leverage the money that came out of that escrow. Borrow money is not taxable. We can set up the line of defense, and we can call this step 21. Blackjack. Here's my office while I died in a coma. One Technology Drive, Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square feet, locations in 3 other states too. Making money, having fun, the bank over the time, every day going, So when you got money, the banks always kiss your assets. You got no pot, you know what? They don't know your name. So let's learn how to play. Again, your corporation should be what? A management company, line of defense. If you allow your corporation to do business, when they sue it, they sue you. You're still a duck. Quack, quack, quack. But let's understand, when Wells Fargo Bank was indicted federally of $3 billion, wow, they wrote it off, really hurt them. Those employees that stole identity, I think that's RICO, racketeering and wire fraud. They should have went to prison for 50 years. That's what I think. What can I think? It's the truth. Write down the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Your problem, you were one SSN. You were a duck. Quack, quack, quack. You brought the pain home. A corp has divisions. That's the line of defense. One of the divisions screw up, we're going to bankrupt the piece if we have to. We're going to keep the other pieces, and we're never bringing the pain where? Home. Divisions and tax ID, step 22. Ultimate goal is very simple for you. As we play, remember, please remember, what are you willing to lose? As a kid, I made 2 promises to myself. One, I would never hold a baby unless it was my first child. I have 6 kids. I held my first daughter. Okay, very simple. I have 7 grandkids too. All right, I'm not bringing the pain home like you. All right, sorry, I'm not going to do that. The next thing is I would never get married unless I mastered the rules and tools, because I thought all the grown-ups were stupid when I was a kid, and I realized they were. Your choice is simple. Corporations are sued, they come after you. Divisions give you the line of defense. You play the chess game, you better lose a couple pieces, but you will get checkmate at the end of the day. Step 23. Choices are up to you. I love Lamborghinis, don't you? I mean, here's the keys to that one. But what can I say? I was on the toll road yesterday. I'm driving the Jag. It has a supercharger. There's a button. If you push it, the whole dashboard turns to red. Like, it's like the devil coming out. And you just stomp on that sucker and go, boom! So I'll eat my dust. Sorry. It's just kind of fun. So reach in the dream? Think to be the impossible? Why not? I've done it all my life. All right? You got a choice. It's simple. Ray's rules. I can make anybody a millionaire. Corp in 3 divisions. That's the beginning of that too. But again, it's up to you. Got to get to the setup in level 1. All right? You want the Millionaires Founders Kit? $9.99, but you get $10,000 of bonus cash credit if it's during the webinar with me. If not, you just get the books and you sell and talk to the people at sales. Simple. So as we played the game, please never have joint credit. That's the dumbest thing people do. Next thing is very simple. As we do this, buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. A corporation. Listen carefully. Divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. If you don't set up the line of defense, you're bringing the pain home. Raise rules. I want you to have cash credit for all the divisions. Would that be free money? Step 24. Ultimate goal is very simple. Rebuild your credit, rapid score. Discount is $4.99 today. And what you get basically is a credit card for $1,000 bonus cash credit. Double your investment. Take away the excuses. $750 guaranteed. It's a broadcast price. and it's $1,000 cash card back to you if you Zelle during the credit hour. There's what you got to do. There's a Zelle. Starter package for a millionaire? Still got to make you the qualified CFO, rebuild the credit rapid score, articles, houseless tax ID, set up in level 1 for 90 days. You're stuck with me at the 6 days a week. Wouldn't it be fun? $10,000 of bonus cash credit. Ultimate goal, make you the qualified CFO. Normally $2,000, broadcast is $9.99, and then you get 10 times your money back anyway. It's a bonus credit for you. And then you Zelle during the broadcast to get the bonus cash credit. Millionaire in the making? $25,000, there's more work to be done. So the ultimate goal is going to be up to you. Instead of $5,000, broadcast price $24.99. But again, if you want the bonus cash credit, by the way, your choices are very simple to do. You Zelle now. Now, the ability for you this year to be the corporate millionaire. But again, it takes a corporation in 3 divisions. So we have to stay safe. We've got to stay strong. We have to do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So before I'm done with you, the last step is very simple. Make sure you have the office phone number, 800-510-3338. So let's remember today. All right, you get stuck in these 6 days a week to hold your hand to rebuild you. You won't find that anywhere on the planet. Your choice is to step up. 800-510-3338. So step 25. We do our best, God does the rest. Amen to that too. And don't ever forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.